Hello, it's me, Rach Face, back again for another installment of My Life, My Way, My Face Buried in a Book. Book review edition. Oh, that was a lot of movement for a girl with ear infections at the moment. I shouldn't have done that. That was too loud. That was too loud in my little head. But book review edition. Books should not be this appealing. They should not be this addictive. They should not be this tempting. I was innocently scrolling through TikTok, BookTok, because you know I'm on that side of TikTok. Actually, I think I'm on a few sides of TikTok, but scrolling through BookTok, and I come across an author's post, and the post was just too intriguing. So I went to the Amazon store and I found the book and I bought the book. Then I downloaded the book and then I started to read the book, and I hadn't stopped reading the book all day. But though I've had other things I had to do, I haven't stopped reading the book all day. And it wasn't a small book either. It was quite a decently sized book. And now I am left, after finishing the book, going, this just wasn't fair. What book's got me feeling this way? It is by Sara Cate and Leigh. It's called Four. Now, can we just... I'm just going to pause here. I'm just going to let you all have a nice little look at that. Nice little look at that cover. Now, it is fairly obvious by the cover it's going to be a reverse harem. I would think that that would be pretty straightforward, like one girl, 3 boys. I like that it's called Four. I like that a lot. So it is a reverse harem. It is a mafia style. I don't know when I got onto the mafia style of books, but you know what? I'm not complaining. It's an interesting world. It's a scary world. I can only read this sort with lights on because I think those characters scare me a little bit too much. They bring out too many emotions. Okay, so it is... Iris is our main female character. We have Silas, who is the father of Baron and Gabriel. Yeah, father. Bit of an interesting relationship between father and sons and between brothers, which you find out more as you go along in the book. You find out a lot more at the end of the book, which is really interesting because you sit there through the book going, something doesn't make sense. Something's not adding up here. Why is this happening? And you find out little sneak peeks and it's like, oh, okay, there's more here than I know. And then you like get further on and they give you a few more details and you're like, oh, wow, this is... wow, okay, yep, cool. I'm completely drawn into this book now. What I really enjoyed is that Iris, the whole book, it starts off with spice from like page, I think 1 or 2, which like, I'm not going to complain. The spice is well written and it's threaded really nicely throughout the story. So nothing sort of feels like they're pushing to like make it spicier than it needs to be. It all sort of flows very nicely. Each relationship develops very naturally and in its own course. Like nothing's forced, nothing's rushed, which is a breath of fresh air, really. So it starts off because Iris has a tragedy when she finds herself with finding sanctuary in Silas's house with his 2 sons, and then things sort of start to develop as they decide that they will teach Iris their occupation, and as she sort of starts to question it a little bit more and figures out what she wants and decides she wants revenge, they sort of take her under their wing. She doesn't object to any of that, and it's very interesting because she's very she's a young character, but she's also a very strong character. Like, she's been through this massive tragedy, and yet she's somehow still standing at the end of it. And it's like, okay, wow, girl, you have more strength than you realise. And it's with these three very different, but very strong in their own right men who don't actually coddle her at all. They're like, yep, you're here, we'll protect you, but you're going to learn how to stand on your own 2 feet, and we'll teach you everything we know. But there's some conditions, and there's some loopholes, and there's some hoops you'll jump through, and then in turn she makes them jump through a few hoops of her own. So it's like, to see this woman sort of be able to, I don't want to say manipulate, but she's very good at getting what she wants, and she's not going to back down once she knows what she wants, and what she wants is all 3 men. I love that about reverse harems, is that the girl doesn't have to, the main female character doesn't have to make a choice to live, to get a happily ever after. She doesn't have to pick just one in these books. She can have them all. She can have her cake and eat it too. Like, I love that. I also love how different Silas is to Baron, Baron is to Gabriel, Gabriel is to Cyrus. Like, they are 3 men who are completely different to one another. And I can understand how she is drawn to each character. I can also understand why she doesn't want to give any of them up, because all 3 of them combine with her to make a perfect little family and a perfect little relationship, because they all bring out something different in the other one, and she brings out something completely different in their relationship. So it's not just her relationship with each of the men that is changing, it is the men's relationship with each other that changes. It's how not only her world changes, but she manages to change their world, like in aspects that she doesn't even really touch to begin with, but she's influencing them to do something different, and to make a change, and to break rules that they've put in place, and to just step outside what they have known their entire lives. Like, she pushes them to do stuff that they would never do, that they've never done, and they all are the better for it. Like, they grow as human beings. So really cool. So yeah, this is stunning. It is addictive. It is gorgeous. I would very much, no, I take back that whole train of thought. I was like, I'd like to live in this. No, I don't want to live in this world. This world scares me. The mafia world scares me. I don't think I would survive it. I think that's why I enjoy reading it so much, because it's like, oh yeah, this is lovely. I'm so glad it's happening to someone else, not me. I just sit on and watch from the outside. I'm fine with that. Thank you very much. I know myself. As much as I would like 3 gorgeous men in my life, yeah, I don't think I would survive their world very well. It can be a little bit gruesome at times. There are trigger warnings. There is torture. These are not nice men. Just gonna put that out there. They're not nice men. It is not a nice world. It is trigger warning. It is gruesome at times. Why did I smile at gruesome at times? Bit of a twisted head. But it is well written. It is as like spicy and gruesome and action adventure-y as it is. There is still something that's based in reality, which is really nice, and that's their relationships. So that is what I really liked about it. So I would highly recommend you give 4 by Sara Cate and Rachel Leigh a read. It is stunning. It's gorgeous. It is on Kindle Unlimited as well. So yay, bonus for everyone. But yeah, give it a read. You won't be disappointed. My Kindle turned off. It was sick of me showing you the pretty picture. But yeah, give it a read. You won't be disappointed. Alright, I see you next time. Bye.